Okay, so that's streaming live now. I need to copy the link to that now and put it on your Moodle for you. Copy streaming link. And I'm just going to come to Moodle. Okay. Okay, Naji, I'm marking now, okay? So yeah, we can continue with what we were doing. Let me just mark Naji in. So let's go to your further maths. So right now we are looking at day 1 or topic 1, okay? And on topic 1, we had to deal with 2D shapes, 3D shapes. And on this topic, you are likely going to get 3 questions, 3 or 4 questions, okay? So let's have a look at your assessment, and they will come from the assessments that I did with you. All right, identify 2D and 3D shapes. So I'm going to take you through all of those ones, and I'll probably choose from there to put in your exams. Topic 1. Okay, 2D and 3D shapes. So you are supposed to be able to identify and describe basic 2D shapes, 2D and 3D shapes. On this topic, you're supposed to be able to calculate the area of the perimeter, area and volume of basic shapes, yeah? And you're supposed to be able to work with similarity. That's topic 1, okay? So perimeter, area, and volume. And then you probably get 1 similarity question. So let's have a look. I'm not collecting any homeworks after today because you're supposed to have submitted all your homeworks by now. I am marking everybody's work now, so I'm not collecting any more homeworks. Everybody got the chance for all the topics. I gave you 30 minutes, 1 hour, even 1.5 hours during the lesson to complete all your tasks. So I'm not receiving any more tasks because I need to mark. Okay, so sorry. Why is it taking me here? So your first question in the assessment, yeah, is this one, which you were supposed to match the shapes. Let me new share because I don't know whether you guys can see it. Where you were supposed to match the shapes. I don't think we'll get this question now in the exams, okay? But I'm just going to go over them with you. Which one of them is a kite? Let me put numbers or alphabets on them so that we do them together. A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, I need to get your answers in the chat for me, please, okay? Which one of them is a kite? Which one is a parallelogram, trapezium, rhombus, square, rectangle, okay? That's our revision. That's how we are going. Let me know in the chats now for question 1. Fast, guys, and I will give you the correct answers. Okay. Great job. Let's have a look. We have now till 9:45 to finish topic 1. So, okay. Excellent. Well done. So, question A, the popular opinion is that it's a kite, okay? Yeah, and that sounds like the correct answer. How about question B? Looks like that's a trapezium. Yeah. How about question C? People are not sure about C, so nobody's answering about C. Somebody says it's a parallelogram. Should we try that? Okay. And this one is a rhombus then. And of course, this is a square and this is a rectangle. Okay, so this is a giveaway question. All of you should be able to answer it. Okay, you should all be able to answer this question. Okay. So let's have a look at the next question, which is like the parts of a circle question. Let's preview that one. I don't know if this one is going to work properly because there was one that had a problem that wasn't working properly. Or some of you were using your phone to do it, so you couldn't do it. Yeah. So where is the center of the, I think it's this one. Where is the center of the circle? I think it's there. Oh, it's not working. This is the one that is not working. What's here? That's wrong. So, okay, so all the things did not work. All the links did not work. So that one needs to be corrected for next year, not for this year, because I'm not going to use it if it's not working, unless I have the time to fix it up. Anyways, I'm just going to write on them if they are not working. Okay, so the diameter is here. Obviously, I'll write on it. So if you can make the circles, I don't know what your exam question is going to be like, but this line is the diameter. Okay, and this one is the radius. And this place I colored red here is the center of the circle. This is a tangent. This line that is just touching the circle at a point there is called tangent. Is a tangent. This is a major this is a chord. Let's talk about this one first. Okay. This is a segment. These two are segments, and this is a sector. And it's a minor sector. This is a minor segment. And major sector. This is a minor sector. And this is the major segment. So I'm going to have a look at this and see if I'm going to use it. Yeah, but make sure that you can do them and write them all in now. Okay, write them all in. So that's what question 2 on the assessment. Those are the answers to question 2 on your assessment. I'm not going to bring exam questions that are far from the things I put in the assessment for you. They will all be closely related to what you had in your assessment, just like you did in foundation maths. Okay, so if you've done any of the assessments, if you've done all the assessments, your exam questions are going to be very similar to those ones. Okay, let's go to question 3. So if I ask you to write, now new share. If I ask you to write the differences between a rectangle and a square, yeah, what do you think I'm expecting you to write? I told you 3 things that you need to talk about in this question. You need to talk about the lines of symmetry. You need to talk about whether the diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. Yeah, you need to discuss the sides, how many sides they have, what type of, are they equal opposite sides or, parallel sides? Yeah, so I would like to get your responses on this question in the chat now. Yeah, let me know in the chat what you think I expect from you for this question. Ha, somebody just like all sides of the square are more equal, right? In a rectangle, all sides, opposite sides are. So, square. Well done. rectangle. Okay, I need you guys to respond to that question fast so that you know what you need to write in the exams. Okay, so that you know what you need to write in the exams. You want to be discussing 3 issues there. Yeah, you want to be discussing the sides, okay, and you want to be discussing symmetry and the diagonals, how they bisect each other. Okay. Well done. Right, so for a square, the square has all sides equal. All sides equal, yeah, and of course, all angles equal. I did not request for that, but that's part of it. All angles equal. All 4 sides equal. All 4 angles equal. A parallelogram, a rectangle has 2 pairs. Okay, 2 pairs of equal opposite sides. Yeah, but it also has all angles equal to 90 degrees. So you want to talk about that. You want to make me understand that you know about squares and rectangles very well. 2 pairs of equal opposite sides on a rectangle, yeah? 2 pairs, so this one and this one, okay? I don't mind if you want to sketch them, that's fine. On a square, you have just all sides equal, yeah? Then lines of symmetry. On a square, you have 4 lines of symmetry. Yeah, you have 4 lines of symmetry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. On a rectangle, how many lines of symmetry do you have? You've only got 2. Yeah, this one and this one. This one here is not a line of symmetry because, yeah, they do not sit on top of each other. If you fold it into 2, you end up with something that looks like this. Yeah, you don't end up with them being overlapped on top of each other. So a rectangle only has 2 lines of symmetry, whereas a square has 4 lines of symmetry. Now, what about the diagonals? Do they bisect each other at 90 degrees? Diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. So here's this how you can show that one. Yeah, so you have that and you have the 90 degrees. Yeah, you can see them bisecting each other at 90 degrees. On a rectangle, the diagonals bisect each other, but not at 90 degrees. So you will get 1 or 2 of these questions, yeah? Well, I don't know which one is going to be. Your exam is 2 hours. I'm going to see like what you can complete in those 2 hours. Topic 4, or question 4 on your assessment 1. So question 4 is kind of similar to question 3. Yeah, it's the same kind of question. A rectangle has, so there it will be two lines of symmetry. A rectangle has two pairs of, or four pairs of, four angles of 90 degrees. I think that question needs to be corrected. Four angles of 90 degrees. And an angle in a rectangle up to, oh, angles in a rectangle add up to, let's see, what did somebody answer? 360 degrees. A square has four lines of symmetry. Okay, so those are the answers for that one. Let me edit that question. Stop share. Share screen. Moodle. Share. Let me edit this question. I think it's question 4. This is add. Okay. Save. Right. Question 6. You share. Okay. This one is about triangles. You know your different types of triangles. You should know them. Okay. The equilateral one, the isosceles one, the one that has two sides equal, and scaling one has no sides equal, and a right angled one is like a scaling one, but it has one right angle. Okay, so let's see. An equilateral triangle has three sides equal, three angles equal, and three lines of symmetry. Yeah, so this is what you should have for all of them. An isosceles triangle has two equal sides, two equal angles, and one line of symmetry. A scaling triangle has no equal sides, no equal angles, and no lines of symmetry. Well done. And then a right angle triangle is like a scaling triangle, isn't it? It has, sometimes you can have two equal sides. It depends, and I will show you, but most of the time is 0, 0, and 0, okay? But sometimes you can have, if this angle is 45, if this angle is 45 and the other angle is 45, then you can have this one to be 90. Then you can have an isosceles triangle. So that one there, even though it's a right angle triangle, it will fit into the 2-to-1 isosceles triangle. Okay, so you know all of them now. You share. So match the polygons to the number of sides. So I think it starts from pentagon. So pentagon should have 5 sides. And then you have hexagon, which is 6 sides, and heptagon, which is 7 sides, octagon, which is 8 sides, nonagon, which is 9 sides, and decagon, which is 10 sides. You should know all of them. Okay. Okay. Now there's one thing which is in your scheme of work and which we did in class, but wasn't on your assessment. Okay. And that thing is area and perimeter, and you are likely going to get that in your exams. And it may be for a circle. Okay. It may be for a circle because it's not in your assessments. So let's go back to your assessment. You did it in the class, but it's like here on, it's mostly volume, yeah, but you should have perimeter and area. But I cannot put everything in the assessment, so, and I cannot put everything in the exam, so I'm going to pick and choose. Okay, but you should know all the area and perimeter of basic shapes. Perimeter, basically you have to calculate the distance around it, but area, you need to use the formula. Yeah, some of the shapes have formulas for the perimeter, but like circle. Okay, so if I give you, for instance, a circle like this one right here with a radius of maybe 7 centimeter or maybe 10 centimeter, and then, for instance, I say calculate the area, the perimeter and area you know that area is equal to pi r squared. This is the area. And perimeter for a circle or of a circle is equal to 2 pi r. Yeah, so you're just going to go into your calculator and apply these formulas to get the answer. Okay, so for area, it's going to be pi times 100, and for perimeter is going to be 20 pi. Okay, or this is 100 pi. Let me write it correctly. It's always number first. And this would be 2 times 10, 20 pi. Okay, so that's it. That's how you work out the area and the perimeter. And you should remember this now for your exams, because you need to know how to work out perimeter, area, and volume. And it is likely going to be for a circle in your exams. Okay. Okay, so let's jump straight into the volumes. I'm going to choose one of the volume questions that you are likely going to get in the exams. I'm not going to give you everything because that's going to be too much. All of these other questions, 1 to 8 that I've just shown you, probably one of them or two will come. But then you will get one question for perimeter and area. It's going to be one question. I'll draw the one shape and you'll calculate the perimeter and the area of that shape. Then I'm going to give you one volume question, okay? Maybe it's going to be volume of prism. So let's have a look at volume of prism. Okay, with volume of prism, you need to know the area of the cross section. Yeah, you need to know the area of the cross section, and then you need to multiply that by the length. you need to be able to multiply the area of the cross section by the length. So you got here, the cross section is a rectangle. So that will be the length times the width, okay, times the height, okay? So those three things you need to be able to work out. Maybe the reason I didn't put area for you guys in the other question, the reason I didn't put area is because I knew that you had to apply your knowledge of area in this skill. That's why I didn't bother with it. So length times width times height is going to give you the volume of this shape. Now, if it is this shape, yeah, the cylinder, yeah, that's a cylinder. If it's this shape, then it's the area of the cross section. The cross section is a circle. So that's pi r squared times the length, okay? The length is 15. So pi, the radius is 2. So it's pi times 2 squared times 15, okay? And if it is this one here, the cross section is a triangle. So this one here has a cross section is a circle. The cross section here is a rectangle.
Miss, we don't see the question.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Sorry, guys. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be volume of a prism, most likely in your exams, okay? And what you have to remember is the area of the cross section times the length, okay? So here the cross section is a rectangle, and the area of a rectangle is length times width. So it's length times width times height. So 3 dimension, okay? For here, it's a circle, so it's pi r squared times L, okay? So pi times the radius squared times the length. And here it's a triangle, yeah? So it's a triangle, so it's going to be, what's the area of a triangle? Base times height over 2 times the length, okay? So that's what you need to do for all of them if you get those in the exams. But you're not going to get all 3 of them. You're likely going to get one shape, okay? If we get the chance to get one targeted lesson, I'm probably going to tell you what that shape will be. Okay, so that's it for area, perimeter, and volume. Let's have a look at similarity. So this is the last on topic 1, the last question that you may get in your exams, okay? You will get a shape like this one with missing lengths, okay? With missing lengths, and you need to know how to use the idea of the ratios to work out the missing lengths. So right there, you have this triangle is, you can have 2 triangles from this one, the smaller one and the bigger one, yeah? On the smaller one, you have this A, D, E, and this one is 8 centimeter. It is 4.2 centimeter here and 5 centimeter here. But this one has missing lengths, yeah? This one has missing lengths and everything else. So here you have 14, is it 14? Yeah, because 8 adds 6. So you have on AB, you have 14 centimeter, and that's the only thing you have. So you can use this over this is equal to this over that. You remember when we did that? 8 over 14 is equal to 5 over. Oh gosh, I always forget to do this. I think it's this one. Guys, I need to get water, okay? I'm not talking. Right back. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, because I don't like revision lessons because I have to talk a lot throughout the lesson, explaining. Okay, right. So this is the kind of question that you're likely to get in the exams for similarity. Okay, you've looked at 2 and 3D shapes. You've looked at perimeter, area, and volume, what's likely to come. And now similarity, yeah? So for similarity, when you get that question, then you may not get the exact, oh, what's this now? You may not get the exact same numbers, but it's very going to be a similar shape like this one. And what you've got to be thinking about is that you got two triangles there. You got the smaller one, which is similar to the bigger one. You see the bigger one there, the bigger one outside, the bigger triangle. So you've got to put them out and find out what's on both of them. And use the information on both of them to find the missing lengths. Okay, so I've got the smaller one, which is, I'm going to put a different color on that one. Okay, so for this one, this side here is 8 centimeter, and this one is 5 centimeter, and this is 4.2 centimeter. Here you got to add those two up to get this long length here. So it's 8 add 6 is 14 centimeter. And that's the only thing you have on this one. Yeah. You have 4.2 on this side, but you don't know what E to C is. So this is A, D, E. And this is A, B, C. Right. So what I was saying is that you can do this over that is equal to this is equal to this over this. Yeah, so let's do that. 8 over 14 is equal to 5 over, if we call this x over x, yeah? So then you can get rid of the fractions by cross multiplying. So 8x would be equal to 5 times 14. What is 5 times 14? This is where you get your calculator out. Okay, 8x is equal to 70. Therefore, what is x? $8.75. Yeah, 70 divided by 8 is 8.75. So you got x now, you got x to be 8.75 centimeter. Now you need to find the other lengths. You need to find EC, yeah? And EC is quite easy actually. Yeah, so you can find what the full length is, and then you can subtract it to find what EC is. All right, so you can then say 8/14 is equal to what? So we don't have the full length on this side, but we have it on this. We have it on this side. It's equal to 5 over this. So this is the length that we're looking for now. Guys, give me a second to figure this out. Yeah, it's equal to 4.25, 4.2 over, let's call that y, okay? So what is y then? 8y is equal to 4.2 times 14. And y is equal to 7.35, yeah? Okay, 7.35 in this part here, or on this part here, 7.35 centimeter. So what is EC going to be then? So I'll leave you guys to think about what EC is going to be, yeah? I'll leave you guys to think about that. If you know that the whole length is 7.35, what is this part here? Okay, well done, Naji. All right. So guys, that's that question, the similarity question, okay? That's what that similarity question is going to look like. So now we're on to topic 2. We finished with topic 1. Let's have a look at topic 2. Okay, on your scheme of work, okay, on your scheme of work, which you should be looking at to know all the skills you are supposed to have covered with me. Yeah, you are supposed to be able to calculate missing lengths and missing sides using Pythagoras theorem. You are supposed to calculate missing lengths and missing angles and missing lengths using trigonometric ratios of sine, cosine, and tangent. You're supposed to be able to apply the sine and cosine rules. All right. Okay. Oh, let me stand up a little bit. I'm supposed to be able to apply the sine and cosine rules. So let's have a look at assessment 2. It just takes me. Okay, so assessment 2 is Pythagoras and trigonometry and sine and cosine rule. So let's see what the Pythagoras questions are. Guys, what should you have for that one, for the missing length? Remember Pythagoras' theorem? Yeah? C squared, A squared, or C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Therefore, C is equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared, okay? If you're looking for the longer side, you add. If you're looking for any of the shorter sides, you subtract. We're having this problem of me talking to myself. Okay, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So you know that according to Pythagoras theorem, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, yeah? And c then is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared, yeah? And this is the triangle that we're talking about here. And when I'm saying c squared and b squared, c is the longer side. So you have A, B, C. It's not always, you can arrange it however you want to arrange it or label it however you choose to label it. But of this triangle here, imagine C is the longer side, and that's the hypotenuse. Yeah. And if you have this angle here, then this is the opposite side, and this is the adjacent side. Yeah. Right. So you've been given the hypotenuse this time. Yeah. You've been given the hypotenuse to be 11. So 11 squared is equal to 6 squared plus x squared. Yeah. So then you're looking for x squared. So you take this one to the other side. You have 11 squared minus 6 squared is equal to x squared. X therefore is equal to the square root of 11 squared minus 6 squared. And you put that into your calculator and you should get the answer for that one. All right. Now they are all different. You might have to look for the hypotenuse. This question is asking you to look for maybe the other smaller side. But if it's asking you to look for the hypotenuse, you have to add. If it's asking you to look for any of these two smaller sides, then you have to subtract from the hypotenuse. Yeah? Okay. Stop share. Let's see. So this is one. Let me new share. This is one where you have to find the hypotenuse. So guys, I need you to give me the answer to that question first, okay? Okay, only one person. Yeah, 15.6. Okay, so this is one where you have to use the where you have to use, where's my water? This is one where you have to use the addition. Yeah, you have to find the hypotenuse, so you have to add them. So here you're going to be saying c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, which means c is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. And c here is x. X is equal to the square root of 12 squared plus 10 squared, which is equal to the square root of 144 add 100, which is what? Square root of 244. And what did you get? Somebody put an answer just now. What was it? 15.6?
Yes, 15.6.
Well done, Naji. Okay. Okay, so those are the questions that you might likely get for Pythagoras. It's going to be one of those two questions. Yeah, so in topic 2, you're going to get 3 questions or 4. You're going to get 1 question for Pythagoras, 1 question for trig ratios. You might get 1 question for sine and cosine rule. So maybe 3 questions. Yeah, so we'll see. Let's have a look at trigonometric ratios. So with trigonometric ratios, just like we did with Pythagoras, we could use it to find missing lengths, and we could also use it to find missing angles. Yeah, we could use it to find missing lengths, and we could also use it to find missing angles. I think this question is asking us to find the missing angle. Yeah. New share. I'm so sorry. Oh God, it's a constant struggle. I have to be reminded every question. Please, guys, just remind me in the question because I just keep on teaching. I don't remember. Okay. So this is the triangle that you have. Yeah. Okay. Now remember we're dealing with right angled triangles for Pythagoras and trig. Yeah. So you have 4 centimeter on here. You have 8 centimeter, and this is the angle X. Yeah. So I told you already that this is the hypotenuse. And if you have this angle, then this side that is opposite to that angle is called the opposite side. And the side that is just underneath the angle is the adjacent side. Okay. And sine theta, you need to remember the 3 rules using SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, it's over hypotenuse. Now, which ones do you have here? You have sine theta, you have hypotenuse, and you have opposite. So which one should you be using? So I think we should use sine here, but let me just remind you of the others. Yeah, cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. All right, so here you've got hypotenuse and you've got the opposite side, so you want to be using sine theta. So sine x, going back to your question now, sine x is equal to opposite, which is 4 centimeter over 8 centimeter, which means x, you're not looking for sine x, you're looking for the sine, you're not looking for the sine of x, you're looking for x itself. So which means x would be equal to the inverse, sine inverse of 4 over 8. You need to throw that into your calculator. Yeah. So you onto your calculator and you press shift sine, okay, and you put the fraction in 4 over 8. Yeah, and that's going to give you x to be equal to 30 degrees. If you got it, let me know in the chat. Yeah, well done. Only one person following in the chat. Only one person preparing to pass this exam. Only one person prepared to pass this course. Oh, goodness me. Okay, so let's have a look at the other question for, let me see. Yeah, if I finish on time, then I will be working on your assessments and marking, finishing marking and posting. But let me finish off with the exam questions and everything. Let's finish off with the revision, see whether we can finish that off quickly. We'll see. Okay, so now this one is a different question, yeah. So it's not asking you to find the angle, it's asking you to find the missing side. And you have to know the difference between the two, okay? How the two of them are solved, you have to know the difference between the two. So here's how to do it. So here we've got angle theta, we've got the opposite side, and we've got what? The adjacent side. Yeah, we've got the opposite side and we've got the adjacent side. So which of the trig ratios are we going to use? Which ratio are we going to use? Are we going to use sine, cosine, or tangent? Yes, we're going to use tan theta. So tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent here. Our opposite is x, so tan 32 is equal to opposite, which is x, over adjacent, which is 6 centimeter. And what we're looking for is x, yeah? So what we're looking for is x, so we can then cross multiply to get rid of the fraction. We can just say x is equal to 6 times tan 32, yeah? And you put that into your calculator. Yeah, this time you don't have to use the inverse, okay? Because you're not looking for the angle, you're looking for the side, you got the angle to be 32 degrees. So this time you just put that straight up into your calculator. Excellent, well done. Okay, 6 times tan 32, 3.7. Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how you solve that one. That's how you solve that one. I got 3.749, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so stop share. We're going to have a look now at sine and cosine rule. Should we take a little break of 5 minutes? Is your brain popping? And have a little stretch, yeah? Get up and move around a little bit, exercise, shake your body, drink water. 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. I'll stand up and stretch a little bit as well, because it's a long lesson for me. And I know that those of you who are just sitting there and listening to me, it's going to be long for you as well. So I'm going to get up and stretch for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 and 5 minutes. Have a little stretch. Drink water if you want to. Because the tempo is going to change. That is why I'm getting us to stretch now. The tempo is going to change very soon. Okay, so it's not going to be difficult, all right, guys? It's going to be all right. It's everything you already know. It's everything you've already learned, and you're just going over the things you've already learned, okay? Right. Would they be mad? Did I mark you in?
Sorry?
Did I mark you?
I do not.
You don't know?
Yeah.
No, I did not. It already marked you absent anyway. I have to redeem.
You're gonna change it or you're gonna leave it?
Yeah, I'll change it now for you because you have been in it.
Thank you so much.
That's all right. Ashamri, are you there? No. Okay. Right. Where is my Zoom? Okay, so let's have a look now at cosine rule. Or sine rule. Yeah, sine rule. Okay, you remember the sine rule? Remember sine rule? Where you had, can you see the screen? Can you see the triangle? Yes, okay. Yeah, so now these are the rules we use when we're not dealing with right-angled triangles, okay? And we're not dealing with right angles, triangles. These are the rules we use to find missing lengths and missing sides. Okay, the sine rule is the one that says A over sine A is equal, ooh, now I have to write that correctly. Sorry guys, I need to write that tidy for you guys. A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. Okay, notice how I'm using alphabets, capital letters and small letters, okay, when I'm talking about the lengths and the angles. So if you have something like this now, and I'm going to use capital letters to represent the sides. So this is A, B, and C. Then the angle that is facing the side is angle A, yeah? The angle that is facing this side is angle B. And the angle that is facing this side is angle C, yeah? And then you have the A over sine A, yeah? This angle, this length over the sine of the angle is equal to, is another set of ratios, is equal to this length over the sine of the other length angle. Okay, and that's equal to C over sine C as well, okay? So that's capital C and small c. I'm trying to write them the wrong way around now. Okay, so you can finish that up by writing it like that. That's the rule that you need to remember. This is sine rule. Okay, and how can we use that now to help us in solving this problem? If this is A, and this is B, and this is C, then A over sine A would be A, 8. Eight over sine 72. Somebody has done it already. It's equal to 7 over x. Yeah. Now we can cross multiply to get rid of the fractions. When we cross multiply, we have x sine 72, x times sine. Oh, I'm wrong. 8x, 8x is equal to 7 times sine 72, yeah? 8x is equal to, what is 7 times sine 72? 6 points, whatever it is, yeah? 6 points, blah, 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 blah. Oh, we're looking for the angle. So this should be sine x. I was wondering what was wrong. Aha. You guys, you just kept quiet and you were following me. Sine x. Yeah, this, aha. So now we got it right. So when you cross multiply, you have 8 sine x. I wrote that before, didn't I? Is equal to 7 sine 72. Yeah. Then we get to divide both sides by 8 so that we can get rid of 8 on this side. Then we'll have that sine x is equal to 7 sine 72 divided by 8. Therefore, x would be equal to sine inverse of 7 sine 72 over 8, okay? So you need to put sine inverse in your calculator before you start anything. Shift sine, then you put your fractions button on. 7 sine 72 on the top over 8. And that should give you x to be equal to 56 degrees. Okay? Guys, let's go for break. It's past. Let's go for break. We come back and continue, okay? Oh, goodness me. I'll leave that on the board for you guys. I'll put my camera off and put myself on mute. And we're back at when? 10:45, 10:50, 11 o'clock. Huh, we can't do that now. It's revision week, okay? We're back at 10:45. Okay, so we're back. Thank you. I'm going to do the register, okay? Let me see who is here. I'm just going to write your names and mark you in because right, let me call your names because I have to call your names. Yeah, right. For the maths, 10:45. Abdullah Loud.
Yes, I am here.
Naji.
Yes.
Abdul Rahman.
Yes, I'm here.
Ariam.
Yes, I'm here.
Hamad.
Yes.
Reem. Ibrahim Al-Majed. Khaled. Khaled Alutaibi.
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay. Ali. Abdurrahman Ashamra. Abdurrahman Ashamri. Odey.
Present.
Khaled Baji. Okay. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. That's fine. Okay. So I've marked you in. Ali. Okay. I've marked you in. So yeah, try your best to be on the stream. Okay. Try your best to be in the class so that you don't miss out. I know you're here and you're having problems logging in. Okay, guys, let's go off to I think I have to move out of the sun a little bit. This is better. Let's go back to Moodle and continue practicing. Okay, so we've done sine rule. What we need to do now is cosine rule. Yeah, cosine rule. So you need to remember your cosine rule. Yeah. So for your cosine rule, share screen. Let's say you have like we use sine and cosine rule for for triangles that are not right-angled triangles. Okay, so let's say you have A, B, and C. Yeah, so you have that triangle, and then you have these sides. This side is side A, side B, and side C. Notice that side C is opposite angle C, and side A is opposite angle A. Yeah, so then the cosine rule is A squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. Okay, so what are we looking for here? We're looking for this side, yeah?
Yep, we're looking for B.
BC, yeah. Yeah, so we're looking for A. All right, that's good. So, so here, what we have to say is 3 squared is equal to 4 squared plus A squared. I'm now writing it upside down. A squared is equal to 3 squared plus 4 squared minus 2 times 3 times 4 times cosine 80. Okay? So then this is what you have to put in your calculator and figure it out. Okay? That's what you have to put in your calculator and figure it out. Anybody worked it out? 20.83. So that's your cosine rule. You have to figure that out. So you have to do
20.83.
Yeah. Well done, guys. All right, so that's how you do it. Just put it into your calculator, okay, and you work it out. Give me a second to catch up with the fast guys in the class. Now you have to take the square roots. A squared is 20.83. Okay, now you have to take the square root of that to find A, okay?
4.56.
4.56. Oh, I'm writing that into the 20.83. A equals 4.56. So that's how you do it, guys. That's how you solve that problem. The question is going to be very similar to that one, okay? So make sure you know how to do it, how to figure it out. We've learned the sine rule, the cosine rule. We've learned how to use Pythagoras and trigonometry. And we've done all the basic shapes, yeah, and including similarity. So you can work out your perimeter area and volume, and you can work out your similarity, and you can work out trigonometry, sine, cosine, tangents, Pythagoras, and sine and cosine rule for other types of triangles. Okay. Now, we're going to go back to our scheme of work to have a look at topic 3, okay? To see what we did on topic 3. Or what we were supposed to do on topic 3. Topic 3 is algebraic methods. So you had to know how to do polynomial division. You had to know how to apply factors theorem and Remender's theorem. Yeah, you have to know how to do polynomial division and know when something is a factor of something and when something is a root and when something is not a factor, what is the remainder when you divide it and it's not a factor. And the last thing we looked at was how to work out to split fractions into single fractions into partial fractions. So that's what we're going to do now. We just go back to the assessments to check what we were assessed on, and then we can take it from there. Mhm. Okay, so there's question 1. Okay, it says divide, show your workings. Yeah, it says to divide this one and to show your workings. I hope you remember how to do this division. Okay, so you have x cubed plus 2x squared minus 17x plus 6. And you need to put that inside the bus stop. Okay, we're using bus stop method, and x minus 3 stays out. Yeah. If we finish all the revision, then I can mark people's work, anybody's work that I haven't marked, I can mark them, okay? I can spend the rest of the lesson marking. So x cubed divided by x here, we're looking at it one after the other. So this one divided by this one, that would be equal to x squared. Okay, x squared times x here would be x cubed, x squared times negative 3 would be negative 3x. Okay, now you have to subtract. Yeah, now you have to subtract. X cubed minus x cubed is going to become 0, and then 2x squared minus 3x, this is x squared, yeah, minus 3x squared become 2x squared plus 3x squared, which is equal to 5x squared. And then you have to bring down the other things. Yeah, you have to bring down this one and this one. Yeah, so let's see. Negative plus 6. Okay, so 5x squared divided by x. You're repeating the process again. You're starting all over again, repeating the algorithm. This is going to give you 5x. And then 5x times x is going to give you 5x squared. 5x times negative 3 is going to give you minus 15x. Okay. And then you bring down you subtract and bring down your answer. So 5x squared minus 5x squared is gone. Negative 17x minus 15x is equal to negative 17x plus 15x, which is equal to negative 2x, okay, plus 6. Now negative 2x divided by x is going to be negative 2. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 is, oh,
Six.
I don't know why I got still there. Who helped me?
Can I pull 12?
I just got like dazed, like, okay, what's next? Okay.
It's gonna be plus 12.
Yeah, so negative 2 subtract negative 2 is negative 2 plus 2, that's 0. Who's coming in now? That is 0.
Oh, miss, how negative 2 and negative 2 equals 0?
Minus 2 minus 2 is equal to minus 2 plus 2, which is
Okay,
equal to
okay.
0. Okay? And then 6 minus 6 is 0. So you have 0 on the bottom here. And once you get to the place where you have 0, once you get to the place where you have 0, then you have finished the division problem. Now your answer is going to be x squared plus 5x minus 2. Okay? That's it. Done. Oh, goodness me. Okay. So that's how you solve that problem. Now this one says, find the remainder. Okay, find the remainder. So you are not expecting to get a 0 at the end of this division. You are expecting to get a number at the end of this division because it's saying find the remainder. Okay, so let's have a look. I don't know which of them will be in the exams, but one of them will be in the exams from these, let me see. So you need to know how to identify 2D shapes, calculate area and perimeter, similarity, Pythagoras, trig, sine, cosine rule. And you need to know how to use factor theorem. Yes, one question is coming from this bunch of questions. Yeah, I will tell you. I think, which day do you have next week for your targeted exams? Targeted revision? Because you guys, you said you have exam one of the days. Which day do you have next week? Your exam is on Thursday. What do you do on Monday? What are you doing on Tuesday? On Tuesday, I have foundation maths exam, I think. I'm not sure if I have. You are free on Monday, so you will get a revision lesson where I'm going to be telling you like what to prepare for at that point, okay? So now I'm just showing you how to do all of them again, so that those of you who say, I wasn't here for topic 1, I didn't understand when you taught it, I've forgotten everything, please tell me how to do it again. Nobody's going to ask me any question anymore. And no more submission of homework. After today, any homework you submit, I'm not going to mark because I already gave plenty of room to submit all homework, okay? Okay. Oh, right. So let's have a look at this one. 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 16x plus 10 divided by x minus 4. So 2x cubed divided by x, 2x cubed divided by 1x is going to leave us with 2x squared. 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. 2x squared times negative 4 is minus 8x squared. Now we're going to subtract. Minus 5 minus 8 is minus 5 plus 8, which is what? Plus 3. So 3 x squared minus 16x plus 10. So bring down everything else. Okay. Now to start the algorithm again. 3x squared divided by x is going to give you what? 3x. So plus 3x. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times negative 4 is negative 12x. Yeah, we subtract. This is going to go off minus 16 minus 12 is minus 16 plus 12, which is what?
4. Minus 4.
Minus 4x plus 10. Okay, good. Well done. Start the algorithm again. Minus 4x divided by x is equal to minus 4. Minus 4 times x is minus 4x. Minus 4 times minus 4 is 16. Yeah? So then you would have a remainder of what? Minus 4 plus minus 4 is minus 4 minus minus 4 is minus 4 plus 4, which is 0. 10 minus 16 is negative 6. Okay, so that's the remainder here. Okay.
Then what do you do with the remainder?
Nothing. The question asked you to find the remainder and you found it. It just say this is the remainder is the, you have to read the question and make sure you are answering the question. Okay, it says find the remainder, so you have found the remainder. Say the remainder is negative 6. Rim, sorry, you've missed it too. You've missed it because I cannot open them again. I finished marking. Today is the 1st of June. I finished. I cannot, because if I open it, then another person will say, open it. I cannot open it again. I'm not even collecting homework anymore. I finished with that problem. Okay. Question 3. I gave people plenty of chance to do all these things. I had lessons when I just left the lesson because I knew we will come to this. So I'm not going back on that. I had lessons when I said, please, can you complete your homework now, this period? Okay, you can open your phone, you can stay quiet in the background and do your homework and finish it and submit it. So I cannot be doing double work. That's too much double work for me. So use factor theorem to show that x plus 2 is a factor of f of x. Yeah. And yeah, so you've done assessment 4. But I told you all that everything is closing on the 31st. All the assessments are closing on the 31st. Then you said you will finish them on the weekend. Didn't you? You'll catch up on the weekend. Okay, so sorry, guys. So with factor theorem, I cannot continue this debate with you. Leave me alone. Okay, so 4x squared. You have to cry first. When you have cried, I will know that it's serious. Minus 11x. 4x cubed plus 4x squared minus 11x minus 6, yeah, f of x. If x plus 2 is a factor, if fx plus 2 is a factor, then it means f of negative 2 must be equal to 0, yeah? Should we try that? 4 times negative 2 cubed plus 4 times negative 2 squared minus 11 times negative 2 minus 6. Should we put that into the calculator? Let's find out what the answer is. Can we check what the answer to that problem is? After the lesson, you can take screenshots, okay? And you can go and do them. I can take the excuse that you gave. All right? Just because of that excuse.
Yes, it's gonna be if minus 2 equals 0.
Excellent. So once it is equal to 0, then you have confirmed that it is a factor indeed, and minus 2 is a root. So what you want to do now is to factorize it using division to find the other factors, okay? So you've proved that it's equal to 0. It is a factor. F of negative 2 is a root. Therefore, x plus 2 is a factor. Okay, so you've answered question I. All right, this one is likely going to come in the exam, so make sure you can do it. F of negative 2 is a root, therefore x plus 2 is a factor. Now, to answer this one, you have to do the polynomial division. 4x cubed plus 4x squared minus 11x minus 6 divided by x plus 2. Yeah? So 4x cubed divided by x is equal to 4x squared. Okay. 4x squared times x is equal to 4x cubed. 4x squared times 2 is equal to 8x squared. Now subtract 4x squared minus 8x squared is equal to minus 4x squared minus 11x minus 6. Okay. Once you got that one, you need to start the algorithm again. Negative 4x squared divided by x is going to give you minus 4x. Minus 4x times 2 is minus 4x squared. Minus 4x times 2 is minus 8x. And you bring that down, that's going to give you what? Minus 11 plus 8. What is that?
3.
3, yeah? Minus 3. So that would be minus 3x minus 6. Okay, so minus 3x divided by x is equal to minus 3. Minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Minus 3 times 6 is minus 6. And I think everything here will come to 0. So this is question 2. Yeah. Now you need to use any method of your choice to factorize this one. Okay. Or find the roots. How can you factorize this one? You can use simultaneous, you can use formula if that's easy for you. You can do factorizing if you know how to factorize this type, which I know lots of you may not be able to do, but you can use formula, okay? So you have 4x squared minus 4x minus 3. You can use formula, and that will give you all the solutions. All right. So you got the first solution to be equal to -2, and then you can get all the other solutions for question 3. I'm going to stop it there for that one, okay? Because we need to do partial fractions as well. Okay, all drawings. Now, this question is a big question. I don't know whether you guys will have the time to finish all of it in the exams, but I will see, okay? I will see if I can give you the simple one that does not require so much. I'll give you a basic one that you don't have, the factorizing will be easy. You will be able to see it easily. Okay. Now, coming to partial fractions, yeah? Remember what we did with partial fractions? Sorry, guys, I have to find my lesson notes. Okay. Okay, so with partial fractions, you want to try and split that single fraction into 2 partial fractions, okay? You want to split this single fraction into 2 partial fractions. And Reem, I'm doing topics 4, 5, and 6 tomorrow. So if I don't get your assessment for tonight, I cannot take your answers because I'm going to be sharing all the answers. So I cannot take the answer that you are giving to me from the one that I'm sharing with you in the class. You understand? So I'm going to give you the opportunity to finish it tonight because of your excuse that you gave. But other than that, I'm not, and you have to finish it tonight. Otherwise, tomorrow I'm doing topics 4, 5, and 6, and I cannot take your answers after that.
Okay, thank you. So you will
Yes.
open it today, and I will do it today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, first thing you want to do is, this one looks like it needs to be written in a factorized format. So how can you write 2x squared plus 3x minus 2 as x plus this, x minus that? Anybody knows how to put that in? You can use formula A, B, C, okay? So you can use that quickly, guys. Off you go. Do that quickly for me. I'm going to be trying out a different method, okay? Yeah, I want you to factorize it. I want you to write it in terms of its factors, okay?
It's gonna be negative 15 or plus 15 over 2.
X plus this or X minus that. That's what I want you to do.
What again, miss?
I want you to write this one, 2x squared plus 3x minus 2 is equal to x plus this or x plus that, or x minus this, x plus that, whatever you want to put here.
But that's gonna be fraction.
Is it?
Yes, I got 15 over 2.
Here? Give me a second, guys. What did you use to get 15 over 2? Did you use the formula?
Yeah, I used the formula.
Okay, let's wait for other people to do and let me see, okay?
Okay.
Well done, Reem. Somebody got it. Okay, I'm just using my own method and I got it quickly. But I asked you guys to use the formula. Only one person got it so far. Yeah? Okay, and one of you who is not talking right now, use this method to factorize something for me in one of the assessments I gave you, but now I'm doing it and the person cannot do it. So it makes us sometimes, when we give people assignments and people will get 80%, but then when we give it to you in the class, you can't do it. It makes us know that you're not the one doing those assignments yourself, or, you know, because sometimes the method I teach you, you don't use that method, you use a different method. And when I give you that method that you used in class to do it, you can't get that method that you used to do your homework. So it's kind of like, I don't know how people get away with it, but if you want to have a British education, if you want to go to a British university, you're going to struggle because you're not going to get away with all those things, for sure. I can assure you that. If you don't know it, you don't know it. You will have to live with your ability or cope with your ability or try to keep on improving yourself all the time. Yeah? So this would be 2x plus 1 and x minus 2. But let me show you how to do it using the formula, and then I can explain to you how I did it here. I don't know how Rim did it to get the answer there.
Miss, I got -1 and +2.
I want to expand mine and see whether it comes to the same one first. I want to verify my answer. This is going to give you 2x squared minus 2x plus x minus what? Minus 2, yeah. What was your answer? 2x minus 1?
Yes.
And x plus 2. Is that what you got?
Yes.
So let me expand yours and see who is right and who is wrong. 2x squared, because I'm having problems with my 2x squared minus 4x, so I see my problem. 2x squared minus 4x. Yeah, so that would then give me minus 3 plus 3x. So yours is 2x squared plus 4x minus x minus 3 minus 2. That's right. Yours is correct. Yeah. So you guys could have just simply used the formula. So if you were using the formula to do this, how would you do this using the formula? Let's have a look. Minus 3 plus or minus x is equal to minus 3 plus or minus the square root of what? 3 squared minus 4 times what? 2 times negative 2 over 2 times 2. And this would be equal to minus 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times negative 2 is negative 16 over 4 minus 3 plus or minus, what's this? The square root of 25 over 4 minus 3 plus or minus 5 over 4. Oh, minus 3 plus 5 over 4, or minus 3 minus 5 over 4. So you need to put them into your calculator to see what your answer is. X is equal to this or that. Yeah. So you guys are getting fractions. It's because of that 2x there. But you need to know how to manipulate these things. I think the main thing that you need to know how to factorize. I don't think you need any of this formula, to be honest. Let's just learn how to factorize it. Okay, all drawings. Okay, so if you have something like this, 2x squared plus 3x minus 2, yeah? To factorize something like this, now pay attention, listen. The first step, if this is A, B, and C, you do A times C, that's step 1, okay? Which is equal to 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, okay? Now, you want to replace your B term. You want to replace your B term with the multiples of -4, yeah? Or with the factors of -4. Replace B10 with factors of -4, C10. Okay, so -4, you can have what? 2 times -2 times negative times 2, yeah? You can have -4 times 1. You can have -1 times 4, yeah? That's going to give us -4, -4, and -4. So we can use any of these ones. So let's see. But we want the one that is going to give us the B10 when we add it. Okay, so let's see. So you leave the first term as it is, 2x squared. We want +3, yeah? So -4 plus 1 is going to give us -3. -1 plus 4 is going to give us +3. So let's use this pair here. This pair, this one. We haven't even started the partial fractions. I'm not going to give you this, guys, this step. I'm going to put it x plus this, x minus that for you guys. But let me just explain it, okay? So we're going to use that one. So we're going to have plus 4x minus x plus 3. Oh, minus 2. Okay. Usually sometimes that gets mixed up. So sometimes I write it somewhere else. 2x squared minus x plus 4x minus 2. Yeah. Sometimes I write it somewhere else and try that one out. When this one doesn't work out, I write them the other way around and somewhere else and try it out. But let's try this one. So what you want to do now is factorize, split them into 2 different problems and factorize them. So here you would have 2x will go outside the bracket. And what you have left inside the bracket is x plus 2. Yeah? And then here, I think you have x plus 2 here. And then you have minus 1 outside the bracket. Okay? If you factorize them, because this is minus 1x minus 2. Okay? So, once you have 2 things inside the bracket that are the same, then you can take that as one of the factors and you can leave what's outside the bracket as the other factor. So this is 2x minus 1 and x plus 2. All right. Okay. Now you can expand it to check if that's the same as what you get, what you started off as. If it's not the same, then try the other one. Okay. So now I'm going to expand my brackets to check. This is going to give me 2x squared plus 4x minus x minus 2. Yeah. And that's going to give me what? 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. So check. So that's correct now. Okay, guys. That's how you do it. So this is now written. This is now written in as factors. 2x squared minus x plus 4x minus 2 is the same. Oh, what am I doing? 2x squared plus 3x minus 2 is the same thing as 2x minus 1 and x plus 2. All right. So let's now go to the partial fractions way. Probably in your exams, I'm going to skip that step. I'm not going to put that step for you, okay? I'm just going to leave it to you, for you, like something like this. It's going to be x minus 13 over 2x minus 1 and x plus 2. So you don't have to do that step because that's going to waste your time in the exams. Okay. So let's go to the actual splitting it up as partial fractions. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you what you should have had for this one, but I'm going to use an example, a simpler example to show it, to demonstrate it to you, what you really should have done, okay? And maybe you will get something that simple in the exams, but this was your assessment, so I wanted you to crack on with it. But let me show you with a simple example. Let's say you have 5x on the top there over, the multiple choice will probably be in the first question. Question 1, 2, 3, those ones will be the ones you're clicking on them. Okay? But the other ones will not be. Now watch how to do this one, okay? Watch how to do this one. That problem is not for the exams, to be honest. It's going to waste your time, so let's leave it. Let's do this one. X plus 2, x minus 3, okay? We want to write this one as a partial fraction. So what you want to do is you want to put a on the top and write x plus 2 for x plus 2, plus you put b on the top and x minus 3 for the second fraction with this one on the bottom. Yeah? Now you want to write a common denominator of x plus 2 times x minus 3. Yeah? And when you divide times x minus 3 divided by x plus 2, yeah, this will cancel this and you would have x minus 3. Now you have to times that by the top number, a times x minus 3 plus, yeah, you do the same thing on this side, x plus 2 times x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. This will cancel this and you would have x plus 2 left, so b times x plus 2. Yeah, so now you're going to equate the first equation, this one that you have, to the second one that you just wrote. Okay, so what you're going to say is 5x over x plus 2 times x plus x minus 3 is equal to a times x minus 3 plus b times x plus 2 over x plus 2 times x minus 3. Yeah? And once the bottom numbers are the same on both sides, on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, then you just equate the top numbers. Yeah? So let's come to this side of the board and do that. Five x is equal to A times x minus 3 plus B times x plus 2. Yeah? Now, you want to use elimination method to find the missing numbers of A and B, yeah? So, to get rid of A to find B, then you can say that let A be equal to 3, yeah? Because if you say A is equal to 3, then 3 minus 3 is 0. Then A times 0, then that will cancel off A, yeah? So then you can find B. Let x be equal to 3. So 5 times 3 is equal to A times 3 minus 3 plus B times 3 plus 2. Yeah, 15 is equal to, then this will cancel out because 3 minus 3 is 0. 8 times 0 will be 0. Any number times 0 is 0. Plus 5B, yeah, and then B would then be equal to 15 divided by 5, which is equal to 3. So you got the first one, B is equal to 3. Now, you can do the same thing again to eliminate B to find A, yeah? So let's do that. Let x be equal to, if we put negative 2 here, then that will make it to become 0. So let x be equal to negative 2. Then 5 times negative 2 is equal to A times negative 2 minus 3 plus B times negative 2 plus 2. And this whole side here will cancel out because minus 2 plus 2 will become 0. Yeah? So then you'd have negative 10 is equal to negative 5A. And then A would be equal to 2, okay? So you got your A and you got your B. So now you're going to rewrite this problem as a partial fractions problem. It's going to be 2 over x plus 2 plus 3 over x minus 3, okay? We've done this before. We've done this before, yeah? We've done this before, so you know how to do it. You can do it, okay? Right. Okay, so practice this. It's gonna be one type of question. It's gonna be one question. You see, I canceled this problem because I'm thinking that problem is going to, you're going to spend a lot of time, but I've broken off that time. Now there are only a few steps you need to do here, okay? If you practice this particular problem, what you're going to get in the exam, is not going to be this difficult, this challenging. It's going to be very similar to the one that you've just done now, okay? Right. Let me fact choose that question. Topic 1. I'm making notes. Partial fractions, 5x over x plus 2, x minus 3. Okay. Factor theorem, Cosine Rule. I've done all this with you guys. So that's the last thing, basically. Okay. That's the last thing for topics 1 to 3, and that's like the, but it's not really hard, to be honest. Once you know the steps, finish. What you have to do now is practice the steps for I think you're going to get about 20 questions, okay? You're going to get about 20 questions. It's nothing for you to panic about. So you will get one of those Stop share. Let me stop the share. You will definitely get one of those. My goodness, the sun is still coming. Question 1 is, let me stop the YouTube screen because